person a lot, but yeah, okay.
No trouble. Nice.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'll give all praises to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And as always, we give peace and salutations unto the elect. All right, Great Millstone, Dallas, here with Great Millstone, Kingston, Jamaica. All right, here with another live show. In the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we gather as often as possible to push, and uplift the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, who are doing marvelous things in the earth. As you look throughout the four corners of the earth, what you're witnessing is a recipe for salvation in the forms of, wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, people crashing out, unstable leaders, which we'll get into all of those things. We can clearly see that our enemy is being affected by this testimony. And the Heavenly Father is moving. He's active. Things are getting active in the planet Earth. The scriptures say in 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, that the end is associated with effects and wonders, effects and signs, and that's all brought forth by biblical prophecy. So we just through the Spirit, go through a few things, mindset. Real quick, can we get 1 Peter 1 and 13, real quick? Because we're getting ready to be tested. We always bring these aspects up, through prophecy. If you're, it's beautiful to know prophecy, but if your mind is not fixated, on salvation, if you're not rooted in faith, these things that are going to happen, are going to make you crash out. They're going to make you look for an excuse to blame the ministry and to not go through with the covenant. Because when you came into this truth, you entered into a covenant with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to basically be obedient unto death. So as these things come onto the planet Earth, we have to know and understand we're going to be challenged. It's beautiful though, because it was all written. Yahushai, and there's nothing that's happening that Yahushai didn't warn us about. Right? We were warned of every aspect of the hell we're going through, trouble in the flesh. We have everything we need to say okay. It ain't time to turn back. It's time to get hunker down, set your house in order, and get ready for salvation. Now, you said you had it?
Yeah. It's 1 Peter 1 and verse 13. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Boom, there you go. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind and be sober. All right, and when we look at this word sober, real quick, I believe this is that word.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep.
It's Nefo.
Yep.
Right, it means to be sober, G3525. To be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit, to be temperate, dispassionate, circumspect.
Dispassionate. Now that word dispassionate means not influenced by strong emotion. As so, all right, able to be rational and impartial, because we're getting ready to find ourselves in situations through all these things. We're getting ready to get into a few of them that can cause emotion. You got your own spot, and a brother may have to stay with you through a hard time, and you live with your woman tripping, and we're gonna get to the point where we gotta be together. You're gonna be you can't be influenced by her emotion. You can't be influenced by strong emotion. You have to do what's right in the spirit, and that's all subjective to in the spirit. Of course, if there's another brother, then go to his house, shit. Right. But in the grand scheme of things, as Egypt falls, we're gonna lose things. Shit go get harder. You know what I'm saying? So we have to prepare ourselves for these things. These words were not meant to just stay in the page. They were meant to jump off the page.
Yes, right.
And they're here.
The straight gate is here.
It's upon us, man.
Yeah, definitely, because that's the only way we're going to get the kingdom.
That's it.
You know, I mean, the scriptures already tell us how it's gonna be.
Right.
You know, if the hardships don't come, the kingdom may come.
Yeah.
Scripture say, you know, a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time, and at that time,
Right.
that people shall be delivered.
There you go.
You know?
Yep. So you have to be sober. So we have to make sure, you know, as we get into Esau, because you look at Esau, he's a big, goofy, you know, he's played out, he's childish, but that nigga crazy too. And he still got the power of the sword. He still has control over the media and legislation. He's the prince of the power of the air. So as we see our enemy, he's ready for the taking. He's through.
Yeah.
He's still dangerous. He's still got that left hook.
He gonna empty the clip.
You know?
Yeah.
Well,
He can
whenever
throw it
we're
anywhere.
when we're coming into times of uncertainty,
Yeah.
to remain dispassionate is key when you're in the midst of uncertainty and confusion. If you're pulled by your emotions, if you're pulled by your ties to the world, if you're pulled by, you know, carnality, during times of uncertainty, you're going to be caught out there.
Yes.
You have to be cool. We have to be cool, calm, and collected in the spirit, Shalom, because we want to operate in obedience. And like the angels are dispassionate as concerning following Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. They don't got no emotions that's swaying them this way or that way. They're in complete order. The sun, when the sun comes up, it's not like, oh, I gotta come up again. You know, like, I don't want a sunrise. You know, it ain't no, the celestial bodies just operate. And we supposed to operate like that in the spirit. You know? Gotcha.
It's Michael's turn.
Right. It's Michael's turn. Right.
Who's bad?
This is 2 Ezra chapter 14, I'll start at 13. It says, now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such as be in trouble, and no renounce corruption. Let go from the mortal thoughts.
Now, setting your house in order is very key. You know, of course, you have your house that you know, your household, but the true house that the Holy Spirit, you know, is dwelling in is this body. So you have to set your house in order, get your mind right as concerning what we're talking about here. What Yahweh Shah said, right? It's big, it's bigger than we even know. Our words are basically moving mountains. Our words are, this devil is reacting. He's emotional. So he wants you emotional. This is why you have the story of a nigga going and fishing with 8 Edomites and the nigga drowns. And, you know, they're trying to get that racial tension. They're emotional. They want Jake emotional. You have Rubio talking about, he stood before 67 countries or members of some council and basically said, we have to address this Antifa, this left-hand extremism. And he brought up Black Lives Matter out of nowhere. Like, what does that have to do with anything that's happening in the world? Right? Showing you what type of time you're on.
Because that shit completely failed.
Even in Charlie Kirk's funeral, Stephen Miller just got up cursing out the niggas. If you really listen to what he was saying, you're nothing. You never built anything. You know, I'm like, wait, nigga. The Edomite shot that nigga supposedly.
Yeah, what's that got to do with
Why are you mad at? So he's emotional. That's showing you right now. If you look at this nigga, he's emotional. He's in his feelings right now. So this word got him operating and moving in a very interesting way. Now he's in the business of making himself a victim at the hands of left-hand extremism. Like, nigga, the biggest issue with Babylon is the leaders. The food's messed up, the entertainment is weaponized, men and women don't get along, farmers are being screwed, America's not great, everything's high. A 1-bedroom, goddamn $2,000. That's the true issue with the left. What the hell are you talking about?
Niggas, yeah.
It's crazy because the biggest victimizer wants to play the victim.
That's it.
And the biggest victimizer of them all is them small hats. But they be acting like they just got it so bad.
Yeah.
How, like somebody said, how are you gonna be the people? You got everything.
Right.
Everybody gives you all kind of money. You don't even gotta work.
Don't make sense.
You know, so how you got it so bad?
Right.
Yeah, see, the one of the power that Esau has is to bring you into his realm. So he wants you to be carnal. So he pokes you, and the moment you step out of line, you know, that's when he wins because that's his arena. It's just like your woman. She wants to trigger you. She wants to get you to argue, and the moment you start to go back and forth, she wins.
Yep.
You know, so that's what's happening. So if you look at, like, for example, James chapter 1, when he talks about a man being tempted, you know, and you look into those words, it's like you're being lured from a position of safety, you know, into his world.
Mm-hmm.
So our position of safety is in the truth. So the moment you leave that and you try to settle things carnally, you've lost. Because you've stepped away from your power and you're trying to do it on your own.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, that's it. You know, I mean, see, Esau is good at what he does because that's what was given to him. You know, you can't win Esau, you know, you can't beat Esau with the sword.
Right.
You know, he salivates when these jakes talk about, you know, the not fucking around crew. You know, they you know, got their guns and we ready for you. You know, all right. That's what Esau salivates.
We got stakes at the camp.
Yeah, you know, they want you to flex. Because that's gonna give them the excuse to mow you down.
He knows that's where he went. He knows that's his advantage.
That's it.
Exactly.
So he gotta pull you into that fight.
That's it.
Right.
Or he gonna force it.
Mm-hmm.
Or he can just tie you to Antifa.
Dang.
Antifa is just this gray area of it's not even a central place where people meet. It's just an ideology that just means you're anti-fascist. But what's wrong with me in the grand scheme of things? What's wrong with that? If you're anti a tyrant, if you're anti, you know, Esau basically, basically they're telling you right there what being mad at, and you know, like they're showing you that nigga, if you're against Edomite supremacy, you are the problem.
Yeah.
So they can throw anybody into that.
Yeah.
It's a big umbrella.
That's a big umbrella. That's the power of Esau.
He's our brethren.
He's the accuser. He can just make up a term and tie anybody
Yeah,
to
and
it.
tie anybody to it.
Now they got anti-tech extremism.
There
So
you
if you
go.
talk against AI and data centers, they got a label for brand new label for you now. Freshly
Right.
minted.
Right.
Hey, what did Aaron Russo say?
Yep.
He said, you know, if you don't do according to how they want you to do,
Mhm.
they just turn off your chip.
That's it.
That's it. So basically, whenever Esau puts something down, it's ambiguous. It's open-ended because it's open for interpretation. They don't want it to be, you know, specific because they want to be able to interpret it as needed.
Okay.
You know, that's why for every situation, it's open-ended so they can say, okay, well, this situation, you have 10 different situations, but they're using the same law to judge it and then interpret it according to each one so they can judge everybody. You know, hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah.
No message.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. This is you got something to?
Nah,
And that's why it says
it's-
Salaki. That's why it says Walter that you know that right grievances which they have
Yep.
prescribed.
That's what.
Oh, that's you got. Oh, Salaki, you
Yeah,
got.
just read it, just read it.
Oh,
And
okay.
then I can get back to this.
Yep. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Prescribed, right? They planned it. They planned it upon their beds, like it talks about in Michael, man. It also talks about that in Psalm 64. The heart is deep. 64 and 8. The heart is deep, man. They plan these things out years in advance so they can execute the game plan. This technocracy that they've been putting together for these last 10, 15 years, we've been out there preaching, telling you, you know, about the smart cities, the AI, supercomputing, 5, 6G technology, blockchain technology, all of these elements of the MOTB system. They've been planning this, man.
Yep.
I remember the international, this is back when Christine Lagarde was over the International Monetary Fund. They came out with a whole memorandum, this is 2015, maybe before that, over virtual currencies. And inside of it, it talked about the implants. It talked about all these things that they're rolling out now. You see? So now you have this fake Strait of Hormuz blockage, which is all a game plan. And it's going to absolutely destroy the energy markets, which is going to lead to Europe collapsing and food riots.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. And so out of that chaos, they're going to need to have an answer. Right? So it's no telling how bad things are going to be once we get to the back end of October, November, and really start getting into this thing, man. You know? But we're telling you, this is all a part of prophecy. It's all a part of the game plan. So our mentality leading into this time is key. And understanding the vices of the wicked is key.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, because it's like pretty much we're expecting the blow.
Mm-hmm.
Most people out there don't even know the blow's coming. They
Fact.
ain't even seeing it, so when they hit them, they're going down to the canvas.
Yep. They're going to be knocked out.
Yeah, so at least, you know, we have, you know, the ability to mentally resist it. You know, because, you know, we've been told, You know, and we've been speaking about it, preaching about it, and we actually seeing it happening and coming to pass.
Right.
So when it does come to pass, it ain't gonna broadside us.
Right.
You know, we're gonna be right there in the fray, and through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we're gonna be able to maneuver around that. You know, because it's not an easy thing to maneuver in the midst of a crisis, especially when you're not used to a crisis happening all the time. See,
Right.
people in other countries, they're used to hardships.
Right.
They're used to bombs blowing up around them, people getting shot in the head, and they seeing dead people in the streets. People in America ain't used to that. So when shit goes down and they start seeing shit like that, they're gonna be bugging out.
Right.
You know, but the spirit's gonna have the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna have a calm spirit on us, because it's like I said this before through the spirit. Like, what type of mind frame would you have to be in if the scriptures say, "At calamity and famine you shall laugh"? What kind of mind frame would you have to have in order to be able to laugh in a situation?
Right.
You would have to be somebody in the spirit who's encountered this already.
Right.
We encounter it every day because we're studying the
That's
process.
it.
Dispassionate.
Yes. So for you to make good judgment calls in high and pressure situations, you have to be composed and prepared,
There you go.
and that's what the elect are going to be.
That's it.
Back to 2 Ezra 14, verse 14 again. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen shall be done hereafter.
And this is easier said than done.
Yes.
To put off mortal thoughts in a time where Satan is blatantly, well, the Lord, you know, he's sick among us, but he's blatantly doing things that are geared towards making you emotional, or, you know, have to tap into the flesh. Especially if you got a woman, you want to do things, you got to try, you know, it's hard, and that can become a burden on your mind. You're burdened with things, your job, you know what I'm saying? All of these things are burdens, but the scriptures is telling us to cast off worry about that shit.
Fuck it.
You know, again, it's easier said than done. How do you do that? You have to tap into Yahweh Shai, man. You have to,
That's it right there.
you know, and only the Holy Spirit can really dwell in us and have us to, you know, operate like that.
Right, yeah, because when you look up that word, the comforter, it goes back to the Greek word parakletos, which means an advocate. And then when you go down to, like, I think it's the third definition, and it says, it describes the Holy Spirit, which would give the apostles the divine strength needed to undergo persecution on behalf of the kingdom, because you can't do it on your own. It's Yahweh Shemel Shai that's going to give you the spirit to go through. So we can't even plan it to say, oh, when this time comes, we're going to run to that city, we're going to run to the mountains or whatever. I remember when we were pretty young in the truth, like a year or two, we said we're going to run to the Blue Mountains or something like that. But now you know that it's Yahweh Shemel Shai that's going to tell you where to go. The spirit literally is going to move you. Because you in the flesh itself is going to be bugged out. Your flesh itself is going to be bugged out. You know, we don't know what we're going to do. So you want to ask you, oh, what are you going to do? You going to leave me doing this? I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
So the best thing to do is to submit yourself to the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai,
Right.
and be at peace with it.
God.
That taps into being meek, and even that right there is going to have to be the Lord is going to work a work. And this is everything that we're getting ready to go through is going to magnify His name above what happened in Egypt. So we ain't going to lose. He ain't going to leave us out to dry. So we have to basically be at peace. As a matter of fact, what did Yahweh Shai say? These things must be.
Yep.
What's that? Somebody find that?
Comfort is only gonna come from the scriptures.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna come from nowhere else.
Right.
That's why Lord say, cast your burdens on me. You know what I'm saying? When it get to the point where you like, you don't know what to do, you do know what to do. Lean on the Lord. Trust in the scriptures. Trust in the word. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the comfort comes in knowing that we win. At the end of the day, even if a part of your walk is your spirit leaving your body, you still win.
Yeah.
You see? So knowing that no matter how crazy it look, or no matter how uncomfortable or painful it get, it's a victory.
Yep.
Cause you stuck to the script. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what we gonna do in the last minute. You know what I'm saying?
We down by 200. Ain't no play we can draw up
Nothing you can
to
do.
win this game. We need the arena to blow up.
And That's the victory.
Yeah.
That's the victory.
Miracles. You know what I'm saying? Or we need somebody to just press the button, our button, so that our points can go up. You know, like there's no way we can win this game in the flesh.
You can't look at the test we about to go through with the eyes on your face.
Right.
You gotta be through faith.
Right. Everything is a no-win situation. Your woman, everything that you got going on in the grand scheme of things, there is no victory. If you look out into the future, how this shit gonna work,
You can't do it.
it's your children.
Yeah.
You know, as much as you love them in the grand scheme of things, you don't have control. Like there's gonna, with the way this world is going, if divine intervention doesn't take place, we're screwed. Every creation is screwed. If what we're saying ain't true, everything's true.
Yeah.
I'm second up. Can somebody get Revelation 3
Yep.
and 10 real quick? Read 12, I believe.
All right, this is Revelation 3 and 10.
Because it right into what we're talking about.
So Revelation 3 and 10, it reads, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
You see that? Because we coming up on the hour of temptation. And we've been telling people the hour of temptation been coming. But we also tell people that we're going to get caught up in the middle of it too. And what they do, well, what you going to do? What you going to do? What you talking all this? What you going to do? We're going to trust in the Lord.
We're going to have hope for the wide. Can I get that real quick?
Break it out.
It's 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 18. It says, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, pathways of difficulty, and hope for the wide. But they that have done wickedly have suffered straight things, and yet shall not see the wide.
You see that? So people in the straight gate, whether they want to be in the straight gate or not,
Yeah.
it's not an option. That's what we say. You come to a fork in the road and this ain't straight gate or the easy way. Nah, you going through the straight gate anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna end up straight. You're gonna end up right back on that same. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna know what to do. Go ahead.
Back to Revelation.
Yeah.
Back Revelation 3 and 10 again. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
If you keep the word of my patience, you see, everything that we've been talking about is coming to a head. Go ahead.
I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation,
Mm-hmm.
which shall come upon all.
Everybody gonna have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say oh no, I want to go to eat. No, I don't want to do the straight gate. I already heard this tax and it's hot. And it's this, it's that. You still gonna end up going through it.
You see how Jake reacts when we talk about Jacob's trouble?
Yeah.
You know, they really react, and then they're acknowledging that Esau is going crazy. So what the fuck do you think that means for you?
Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come on now. You're not gonna be able to hide.
You gonna have to face. You gonna have to go through that straight gate, calling on the name of Yahweh. Like
right.
The three holy children walked in that fire.
That's right.
They walked in the fire, praising the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Bro, just imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. They got you tied up and finna throw you in the hottest environment you've never been in. But you call on Yahweh Shemel Shai. And that's what I'm saying. When you read that story, they called on the Lord going into that fire. And he came. So fuck what they talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the mindset was, even if the Lord doesn't deliver us, we still not gonna give up.
There you go.
We'll die having faith. So even if the Lord doesn't come, we'll die having faith still.
There you go.
That was the mindset.
We've been given a recipe on how to win.
That's it.
And that recipe on how to win ain't pushed amongst everybody that know they're Israelites.
Yeah, you got dudes talking about, but what if they take 5 dudes and they hold you down and put the chip in you? Shut the fuck up.
That's faithless talk.
Yeah.
Now we a couple years ago, it was a bunch of talk every time we brought up Jacob's trouble. Ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
That just showed in itself the spirit that all these Jakes are in.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Or they say it's past already. They say slavery was Jacob's show. We're not gonna go through it anymore because they're scared. They don't want to go through
I
it.
want to say your timeline is off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Due to your lack of faith, your timeline is wrong. Keep going.
You was about to say something?
No.
Okay.
And then also, like, and then, you know, this is why IUIC kept saying that. You know, that there ain't gonna be no Jacob trouble because their whole crew of people that follow them are under that comfort zone. You know, so they don't want to hear Jacob's trouble. They want to hear, you know, good things, easy
Smooth
things, you know.
Right.
Jacob's trouble don't make no money.
No.
And that's gonna let you know how out they are, because they'll tell you it ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble. But then they'll tell you that in the kingdom, Esau gonna rise up and we're gonna have to fight him again.
Yeah.
Like what? You all over the place.
True.
All over the place. With your fringe mini skirt on. Go ahead.
Revelation 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which will come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
And I was saying, Jake done gave their crown away already. You see, in Sirach 2, it tells you about who gonna be defended and who not gonna be defended. Those that get weak and have feeble knees, they not gonna be defended. But if you hold fast, the Lord is gonna deliver you. That's why we got Revelation 3 and 10. You see, what's coming, you're gonna have to deal with it whether you like it or not. But what are you gonna do in that time? You see, the Lord said, if you keep my word, I'm gonna keep you. I got you.
That's it right there.
But
You
not,
keep me, you keep my words, I keep you. I
That's
guard
right.
you, because you look in that word, it means to guard. You keep me, I keep you, I got you. You just need to do what you need to do now.
Right.
Don't worry about it when that day comes. I got you. Just do what you need to do now, I got you then.
That's how it works.
but I had a precept on the comment board.
Bring it up.
Shalom, bro. This is 2 Thessalonians 1 in the MSG. It says, all this trouble is clear sign that God has decided to make you fit for the kingdom. You're suffering now, but justice is on the way. When the Master Yahweh Shah appears out of heaven, let me go to the next comment, out of heaven, in a blaze of fire with his strong angels, he'll even up the score by settling accounts with those who gave you such a bad time.
That's a recompense.
That's perfect.
Up the score.
That's perfect.
Well, how the hell Benai be funny?
That's a good point there.
That's Benaiah, bro. That's that man.
Man, bro.
Well, it tells you that
I got
the
one.
tribulation makes you fit for the kingdom.
Yeah.
Nothing worth having comes easy. Even if you look at it carnally, if you want to be a great athlete, you have to suffer. Right?
Now-
Nothing worth having comes easy.
And that's where the comfort come from. You see, that's where the comfort come from. So if you thinking with that mindset that the Lord already said He gonna do what He gonna do, there you go. Cause Jake's trying to find anything to grab a hold to except the Lord.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's a package deal. They think they're gonna take the glory, but you're not gonna go through any adversity. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai is a complete package deal.
Right.
You know?
When the mother asked, can my two sons
Right.
sit on either side? What did he say? Can they drink of the cup that I'm drinking of?
Right. That's it.
So you want the good life in the kingdom, you gotta drink of the cup.
Gotta drink that
suffer.
cup.
Yeah.
That's right.
Arm yourself likewise with the same mind that was in Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Yep,
Somebody else had something?
you gotta continue with him in his tribulations.
I got one.
And tell you that in Romans 8. You know what I'm saying? If you suffer with the Lord, you'll be glorified with the Lord. It don't say you just gonna go straight into glory. Yahweh Shai himself didn't go straight into glory. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Well,
So-
it's like it says, if you don't take chastisement, you're a bastard and not a son.
Right.
Hebrews the 12th chapter.
So I don't care about you, so I'm gonna go beat you.
Right.
Who cares?
We always talk about what teacher or what coach. But the teacher and the coach ain't getting on to you. They don't give a damn about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you trash.
You know, when Jake be like the coach didn't like me, that's because you sorry.
Yeah, it's
You sorry. Because you sorry. Yes, precept.
Bro brought up that Revelation 3 and 10, so I got a precept.
Well,
to that
I
real
have one
quick.
real quick.
Okay, for sure.
This is Sirach 4 and 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. Just real simple to the cut. You do your part,
You gotta
and
know
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, they'll make intercession where we fall short. You know?
Intercession.
Right. But it's key, you gotta make effort too. Jake think they can just do a Dion high step. Jake wanna get carried into the kingdom. You know? It don't work like that. Through much tribulation,
Right.
we enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Right. Yeah, well, the greatest man to ever exist didn't go through it that way. So how much, like, if he didn't have to go through it, if he had to go through tribulation, you for damn sure gotta go through it. It's just that simple. You know? But I got this in not Jeremiah, excuse me, Baruch, the 6th chapter. Here in the Apocrypha it says Epistle of Jeremiah, chapter 6. I'm going to read through verses 4 through 7. But it says, and you brought up that Daniel 3 as well as an example of the three holy children. But it says, now when ye shall see in Babylon gods of silver and gold and of wood borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear, beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to the strangers. Because we're coming into a time right now, these people are attached to these idols and they're getting ready to pretty much, they've already sold their souls, but they finna bite down on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We finna really be like in a position what we're experiencing, what our forefathers experienced.
Right.
You know?
Well, I did a video and Anton Daniel said, I'm not, like, you can fight against AI all you want, but that's what they doing, nigga. I'm going with the times.
Yep.
That's gonna be the, that's gonna be the mindset of
Yes, sir.
these people.
Yep.
Even those who rebel, after a while, they gonna get tired and be like, fuck it, I'm just, they doing it anyway, so, you know,
Because they have no hope.
They have no hope.
That's right.
So I'm saying it's that thought process that's gonna have Esau so hot, because there's gonna be so many people that's gonna take the chip. The people that resist it, he gonna be like, how dare you?
Who you think
You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be easy for everybody else, because you got niggas like Anton Daniels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't finna get left behind. Nigga, you finna get fried, dyed, and laid to the side.
I
You're not gonna win.
We in this thing, so we think nobody's gonna take it. It seems ridiculous. No.
People gonna be
Everybody gonna be taking it.
They gonna be
taking it. Chip.
especially everybody in your family. Your
They
mom,
gonna all
that
take
shit.
it.
That's
I
right.
remember
Like quickly.
in Babylon, when Daniel and the three holy children, they refused to bow.
GMS gonna
Yep.
take it.
It said basically the Chaldeans started blaming the Jews.
Mm.
It's Daniel 3:8. Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews.
There you go. There you go.
Saying basically they ain't bowing, you know what I'm saying? To the idol. So we find ourselves in a similar situation.
That's right.
With the image of the beast now taking the form of a technocracy. They're getting ready to make this the standard of how you function on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's aspects of it we deal with, but there's gonna come a point where we're, by commandment, you know, we can't bow.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's gonna put you in a very, very, you know,
A rock and a hard
a
place.
rock and a hard place.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna be made out to be the reason why society can't move forward.
Right.
All the shit that's going array, they're gonna be like, people like this
Right.
is the reason why we can't get back to normalcy.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
You know, Selassie, you said that, the movie 1984. When anybody went against it, what they did, they scandalized it and made it public.
Mm-hmm.
And then in order for them to make penance, they had to say, you know, they did this, they laid with prostitutes, they contracted syphilis, they did, you know, they went against the whole protocol. So that was like their form of chastisement.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know, making an open, you know, show of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
They became infamous.
there you go.
Right, right. And Revelation 13 comes to mind where it tells you for those that did not bow down to the image of the beast, the same would be killed.
There you go.
You know, and that's what's getting ready to take place. That mass ostracizing that they're about to do, that chastising they're about to do. But this is back in the.
And that's all part of the plan. You know, because it's like Esau don't play fair.
Nope.
He's gonna put you in a bad position to where you're gonna have to make a choice.
That's right.
You know, and the choice that you have is not really a choice. It's his way or the highway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's why eventually it's gonna go from voluntary to mandatory. You know, and the reason why we know it's gonna be mandatory eventually is because the scriptures speak about those that got beheaded because they refused to take the MOTB.
Gone.
See? You got it.
Gone, Apostle. This is back in Baruch chapter 6, verse 5. It says, beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to strangers, neither be ye afraid of them when ye see the multitude before them and behind them worshiping them. But say in your hearts, O Lord, we must worship thee. And that's the thing about it, why everybody's following Esau's protocol. You're going to have that small remnant that's actually choosing the Lord. They're choosing the spirit when the spirit looks insignificant to carnal eyes. You know, you got that small remnant that's going to choose the spirit and be delivered eventually.
Yeah, it's a lot, good brother. That's why, hey, brother, you hit his points. And that's why the scriptures say that there's going to be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
That's right.
You know, because there's going to be a spiritual resistance. But Esau's carnal, so he's not going to look at spiritual things. He's going to come, with the boom. He's going to lower the boom, and then the Lord going to hit him with that uppercut.
That's right.
When the enemy shall come in like the flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. He's going to push him back.
Gone. Got one more verse to this precept, and it backs up that Revelation 3 and 10, that precept that Nye brought out. But verse 10 says, for my angel is with you, and I myself caring for your soul. So we got a protection. You know, Revelation 3 and 10, I will keep you from the hour of temptation.
Angel was with them.
Exactly.
Because real quick, this is, somebody get Daniel 9 and 2 real quick. Because who wrote that, what you just read?
Baruch. Yeah.
But he was scribe.
Technically it's Jeremiah.
Scribe of Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at the faith that Shadrach, what was her name?
Meshach, Shadrach, and
and Daniel, they read that.
Yes, sir.
Master, can we get Daniel 9 and 2 somebody?
Daniel chapter 9 verse 2 says,
Can I
in
say
the
something real quick about Bashar? And then based off of what you said, the angel, what was that last part you read?
Read that again.
Gun.
That's big.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know, you're gonna make your point, but I just wanted to mention
you
something
got it.
because,
You got it.
that brought another precept in mind. Go ahead.
This is back in Baruch 6 and 7. For my angel is with you, and I myself caring for your souls.
See? And then what the Apostle Paul say? He told those men in the ship, that fear not, for my angel who's I am, sat with me this night and told me that we're gonna be good. We all gotta stay on the boat. We all gotta stay on the ship. So pretty much, the Lord is gonna keep us. And we don't know exactly how it's gonna go down. We don't know if we're gonna actually see the Lord, an angel of the Lord actually appear before us. We don't know how it's gonna go down. But the Lord is gonna guide us somehow, some way. And that's why the scriptures that was read earlier, because you have kept the word of my patience, because you suffered for my word, I'm gonna also keep you from the hour of temptation. These people out here that don't want to suffer for the word, they're gonna be caught up in the hour of temptation. Because the scripture also says when we are chastened, or when we are judged, when we are chastened by the Lord, it's so that we don't be judged with the world. The world don't get the chastising because the world is gonna be judged, and they're not gonna be protected from what's coming. But you got it, Elder.
Daniel chapter 9 verse 2. In the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, understood by books the number of the years, whereof the word of the Most High, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah the prophet, that he would accomplish 70 years in the desolations of Jerusalem.
See that? So that letter you just read, because did you read verse 2?
I didn't read verse 2. It does. I can go back to it.
Just read, because everything that he wrote,
Yeah.
just like us right now, we're being comforted by what the prophet said. You know what I'm saying? Daniel literally read that letter that Shar was reading and remembered, like, the angel will be with him. And the angel was with him. Literally, the angel was in the furnace.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he read that letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a sense, that kind of fulfilled this, and you know what I'm saying? It's still gonna echo and have patterns of it, but that right there, that angel is directly there.
We have the scriptures to comfort us.
Yep. God. This is back in Baruch 6, just starting at the top. It says, because of the sins which ye have committed before the Most High, ye shall be led away captives into Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Babylonians. So when ye be come into Babylon, ye shall remain there many years, and for a long season, namely 7 generations. And after that, I will bring you away peaceably from thence.
And
that was the
he
point
said,
right there.
Don't bow to their idols.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I'm going to read it in the NLT, Daniel 9 and 2. During the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, learned from reading the word of the Lord as revealed to Jeremiah the prophet that Jerusalem must lie desolate for 70 years. So that very commandment, like, nigga, when you see these niggas doing all, don't do that shit.
Don't do it. Yeah.
That's what comforted them.
Right.
They got assurance from Jeremiah, the angel will be with you.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have assurance through the prophets that the angel will be with us.
That's right. That's right.
So it's the same concept.
Yep. And then you had the Apostle Peter, right? He was next in line to get his head chopped off, but the Lord delivered him.
He sure did.
Well, we don't know exactly how James. I don't think it said he got beheaded, but he got put to death by Herod. And Peter was next in line, but the Lord delivered him. And I'm not sure if that's the same account, if there was another account where he was in the prison and the angel smote him on the side while he was sleeping.
I believe that's the account.
And he told him to get up and walk into the, and he was like still kind of groggy,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the first gate opened, he was still, by the time the second gate opened, he realized, oh shit,
Yeah.
the Lord delivered me.
Yep.
You
He
know?
thought he was dreaming or something like that.
Yeah. So it's heavy, because, and then, what did he do? He didn't run to the mountains to escape and say, fuck this, I ain't going back to that prison no more, fuck that. No, he went right to work.
Straight up.
And the Apostle Paul, he got stoned. He was dead. They pulled him out the city. He got up, dusted himself off, and went right back to teaching.
Yeah.
So that shows you that in the time of adversity, like the brother was saying earlier, the Lord is going to have a spirit on his men to continue on no matter how hard shit gets.
And part of putting us in that mindset to be like, fuck everything, I'm about this, is the Lord gonna take stuff from us.
Yep.
Taking stuff from us is a necessary thing
Yes,
for us
sir.
to be in the right mindset.
Yes, sir.
You might start to look at like, damn shit, my life fucking up, what's going on? but it's necessary for you to be who the Lord needs you to be. We gotta lose it. So we gotta sever our attachments to this place to be all in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because no one ever got anything without sacrificing something. You don't go to the gym and get fit unless you sacrifice something.
Yep.
And that's your time, your energy. You're getting into it, and it's like you get out of it what you put into it. If you half fasting, you're gonna half fast. But if you put your dedication into it, after a while, it's gonna show. Same thing with the truth.
Man.
There's a kickback. This is why Yahweh said, to build up your bank account in heaven. I'm just merely paraphrasing.
Matthew 6.
Yeah, because it's like basically, you have to be on the mindset that whatever we do in righteousness for the Lord's sake, even though we don't see the benefit right now, eventually it's going to turn around where we'll be able to withdraw from that account.
Right.
When the time comes. But if you don't put nothing in there and you go to withdraw, it's going to be like, you in the negative.
You made no investments.
That's
but the
it.
Lord told us, everything that we forsake or we lose in this world, we get 100-fold.
That's it.
And my brother last night said that's the bare minimum. I forgot which elder said that. The 100-fold is the bare minimum.
Yeah, that's That's a number that's tied to the Lord promised infinite glory.
Yeah.
It's just like Eleazar in the Apocrypha when they was like, look, man, we just eat some turkey and just eat something lawful and we'll say it was pork. And he was like, shit, I'm 90 years in the game. Like, I fear the Lord. Yeah, I fear the Lord. I was saying, so you telling me I've been in the truth for 90 years? You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this thing my whole life, and just to be in captivity for a little bit longer. I'm gonna turn my back on the Lord. He was like, nah. You see? So that's the same concept with us. We like, nah, man. Peter asked the Lord, what you gonna get? And Yahweh said, in the regeneration, you gonna get this, and this.
Right.
And they said, come anyway. It ain't like when the Lord said you gonna get in the regeneration. You was like, regeneration? No. See, I need it now. No, that's what I'm saying. To hell with this place, man. This whole setup. There was this human experience in this body is done. It's overrated. We done did everything we can do. You see? Taking those last years of your life, however many it may be your years in this truth, you was born again. So you started from scratch. You see? You was born again when I had to come back from the spirit world. So you gonna give all that up? You know what I'm saying? Just to be in extra captivity? Because taking the MOTB is not a flex.
Yeah.
It's not like you win if you take that shit. It gets worse. You know what I'm saying? Because it even tell you in the layout in Revelation 16. It said your body gonna start bubbling from inside out before the Lord destroy your ass. He gonna let you know you fucked up first, and then he gonna finish you off.
Yeah, super cancer.
So we know that. So when they like, okay, well, we're gonna chop your head off. Okay, so you telling me you finna chop my head off because I don't want to take this mark. That let me know that I'm worthy. Because it says those that got beheaded for the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Those are the ones who rule with him forever.
You stand.
So if you telling me, I need to hear you say it. I need to hear you say. So you telling me if I don't take this weak ass chip, you gonna chop my head off? We'll get to chopping.
Yeah.
That's the spirit that's gonna be on those men.
You should be turned up when you hear that.
You know? That's what I'm saying.
I suck at being alive anyway.
I'm telling you.
Man.
I'm telling you. Terrible at this shit.
I'm great at sleeping though.
I gotta preach that.
I saw
I
the
gotta preach that.
prophesied. Go ahead.
So 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away.
I was like, even though I know I got to go to work Monday, I know that the Lord is finna still crash this place.
Yep.
So you gotta have that mentality.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we know the prophecies. You already know that Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast, and World War III is all brewing up at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Why you in traffic on your way to a job you don't want to go to? The Lord's still moving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna talk about me sitting in traffic on 635 on my way to work. It's gonna talk about me out on the highways and the byways standing stiffly. That's what it's gonna talk about when it talk about those men.
Yeah. The people that lose out on salvation is because they have ties to this world.
Right.
If you want to control a man, you give him what he wants or you take it away.
Yep.
But the elect want the kingdom of heaven. This devil can't give or take away from heaven.
Exactly.
So they can't be manipulated.
There's no leverage.
That's the difference between those that are going to be saved and those that's not.
That's right.
Yeah, their ability to sacrifice. It's beautiful how the Lord calls us priests, because when you look at the ancient priesthood, yeah, they offered sacrifice, but their lives were sacrifices.
Yeah.
You know,
They had no inheritance.
You said what?
They had no inheritance.
They had no inheritance.
So
They
no tithes.
literally had to do work 7 days out of the week serving the Lord. In serving the Lord, you couldn't be with your woman every night. You know what I'm saying? You had to be purified. You had to be sanctified and set apart. So the Lord is literally setting up a priesthood like a motherfucker, man. And the first mindset of a priest is sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know?
Verse 41 again, 2 Ezra 16. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath not no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes.
Yeah.
Yep. And we not offended by that mindset.
Right.
You know, that dispassionate, indifferent, just rolling, man.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Yep.
And that-
Dead to the world, but alive in Yahweh Shai.
Yep. So those prayers and those curses that we throw up, they working. They being heard. They piercing the clouds.
Right.
You know.
Because those things that he mentioned, it said, be as pilgrims. So pilgrim, we all know is someone traveling to a holy place. So where you stop and eat, you ain't get, you know what I'm saying? You understand, I gotta keep moving anyway.
Right.
Bro, every week, brothers is helping brothers move. Yeah.
Yeah, Babylon was not the final destination.
You can't get
Prophetically.
into it if you're not settled, right? So you moving and everything like that, you're not gonna feel no type of way.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you know you're moving on. So
That's why I say every week a brother moving.
Yep.
That's spiritual. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
pilgrims.
Yeah.
Hey, I like this precept in the NLT, the 2 Timothy 2, verse 3, where the point is at 4. Endure suffering along with me as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai. Soldiers don't get tied up in the affairs of civilian life,
Man.
for then they cannot please the officer who enlisted them.
Man.
yeah,
Man.
you worried about this, worried about that.
You entangled in it.
You ain't got time for that.
That's like you getting deployed, to Afghanistan or some other country, and you getting tied up in the local politics. You meet some chick and
You there for war.
Yeah, you there for war. You meet this chick, you fall in love. You
FaceTiming her on the battlefield. Like,
Involved in the affairs of Afghanistan. And
Yeah, you helping the locals overthrow the local and stuff like that. You just caught up.
You ain't even blew up on FaceTime.
Bitch made falafel from scratch. Bugged out, eyes open like, nigga, you lost. You there for war.
yeah, the whole thing is on.
Oh,
It's
man.
over. Now
That's a good point.
You gotta be detached.
That's right.
Because if you tangled in it when it's time to move, you gotta do all of this untangling you through.
And when they came to Eleazar, you mentioned Eleazar earlier, they were hoping that he was attached to his own life.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He's like, I'm not gonna mess up my reputation. And on top of that, I'm a man of status. People know I've been walking after the Lord.
Yeah.
If I do this shit,
That was
I'm
his
bringing a
fault.
lot of people down with me.
So I can either go to the spirit world
Yeah.
or I can stay here and eat turkey with you niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a couple more years.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck that turkey.
And stain all the work I did. Because the things we do now is gonna be attached to your eternal reputation.
Mhm.
The shit we doing right now, it's gonna be attached to us on the other side.
Right.
You don't want to be one of them niggas. Yeah. You don't want to be one of them.
We just gonna tell them it's pork, but it's bison. Ah! Get out of here, man.
The rest of them gonna be eating pork though.
Come on now.
Yeah, when you read the scriptures, you have righteous men, you have wicked men.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be forever written. The scriptures speak about a good name is better than precious ointment.
Yes.
What we do here is gonna be written about forever.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
That example is all through the scriptures. You see the house of David versus the house of Saul.
Mm-hmm.
Saul gonna always be attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The house of Saul gonna always be attached to that fall off. You see, they were scared instead of trusting the Lord. Somebody else that's
I got one.
bring yours out there, bring yours out. Okay.
Cool. This is on Galatians 6 and 17 because you brought up the example of being beheaded, and the affliction that we catch, ultimately proves that we belong to Yahweh Shai. So this is Galatians 6 and 17. I'm going to start at 16 actually. It says, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy and upon the Israel of the Most High. From henceforth, let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the marks of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. So the point was there, don't let no man trouble you, because the time of trouble is coming. You know, but when we stay grounded in Yahushua, what they're getting ready to threaten you with, what they're getting ready to talk about ain't gonna phase you. Because it already says, I'm gonna read it again, for I bear in my body the marks of the Lord Yahushua. So you ain't worried about being beheaded. You know, that word mark there in the Greek is pronounced stigma. And when you go into the definition of stigma, one of the definitions literally means the mark that a soldier bears that shows forth that he belongs to said Lord or said God. You know, so he's using this example to show forth what you go through, whether you're being beheaded, whatever the case is a mark to show that you belong to Yahushua. You know, he brought the point out, so that came to mind.
Right, because it tell you that those that get beheaded for the witness of Yahushua reign with him for 1,000 years.
That's right.
First day of forever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. When Esau comes to be like, well, if you don't take this chip, I'm gonna cut your head off.
Okay.
In the spirit, you gonna know that this is prophecy being fulfilled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus not knowing that this is the prophecy and folding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
One of the definitions of stigma is a scar of service.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So those marks that Paul bore and getting beat, you know what I'm saying, were basically like rites of passage.
That's right. That's right.
It's like getting a Purple Heart in the military. Should prove that you down.
You see?
You know.
You gotta have that mindset. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord has given us that mindset. What it say? The Lord has not given us the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power and love and a sound mind. See, that's the spirit that those that get beheaded is gonna have.
Right report.
You know what I'm saying?
The right report.
There you go.
You know, like that fearful report, the 10 spies.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I was
They
thinking
were
about
scared, you know what I'm saying? But we got are fully confident that our Lord can take these devils down.
That's right.
With all of their power, with all of their, they got left-handed angels.
Yeah,
That's right. The sound was like this.
Now when Daniel, the 12th chapter says a time like never before, and Jake is bringing up, well, we already got fed to alligator. What about an electric alligator?
Man.
That don't get tired,
Yeah,
right? You know,
man.
nigga run, nigga swim forever.
They don't stop.
Nigga powered off air.
He got some shit that the shit that he got in the back is gonna look like magic to people.
It's an angel.
Yeah.
That's why I said Michael and his angels will go fight against the dragon and his angels.
Yeah.
These are literal left-handed angels and principalities that we're witnessing. There's no way to win in the flesh. You know? So hope in what the Lord has promised is the only way that's going to be elect or get through. You know?
Did you read your precept?
Just real quick, just laying back on the point Elder Yashwama just made about, Jacob. They try to come up with the case of, we went into slavery, that was Jacob's trouble. But the thing is, Daniel 12:1, it says at that time, Michael shall stand up. Michael didn't stand up when we were on the slave ship.
Right.
As a matter of fact, the Lord had a chariot to show Christopher Columbus where we were. And let me show you where these niggas at. So that's, you know what I mean? So how was that Jacob's trouble?
Right.
All right, so this is just adding to the point that Preacher Juan had made about how what we're doing right now is basically going to follow us into the world to come. This is 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 35. And the work shall follow, as it's like to say in Revelation 14 and 12, blessed are those who died in the Lord from henceforth, that they may rest from their labors and their works who follow them. So everything that we're doing, starting with our beloved apostles, their teachers and the men on down, like it's literally, this is that investment, and it's gonna ultimately show forth in the next age to come. It says, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule.
You know what that goes with? Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptations.
That's right.
So good works will be a force. But good works right now are not a force.
Right.
Good works right now are looked down upon. You guys are a bunch of dummies, snow bunny, remember they used to call it snow bunnies and all that crazy shit. But all of that is building up that spiritual bank account. And when that time comes, those works are going to be a force.
Be able to cash out.
Marks.
That's it. And these other individuals, their bridge is going to be out.
Yep.
I'm looking at the bridge on the TV. Their bridge is going to be out. And it's going to be a big ass,
Yep.
you can't get across that.
They're gonna be overdrawn.
That's it.
No foundation.
No foundation, nothing to stand on, no pillar.
Cooked.
Yep, fried, died, and let yourself.
Malaki had a precept.
This is Hebrews 13 and 14. It says, "For here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come. By him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to Yahweh continually. That is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name." You know, and like you said, that sacrifice is going to have us, you know, with something to stand on in that day. You know, and that's being this testimony that we hold. You know, that's going to be our leg, you know, for salvation, which these niggas not going to have access, you know, that bridge that you mentioned. They're not going to be able to cross over. You know, they can't. You know, the elect is going through the straight gate.
Matthew 6, store up your treasures in heaven. You see? You see how all these precepts come together to where it makes sense? Last night we was talking about at the camp. If you got the mindset that a snake walked up to a chick with an apple and messed the world up, you ain't gonna be able to store up no treasures in heaven because you don't have the understanding to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, take your ass to the barbershop.
You gonna fall like clean sheets.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the only way you get access to that supernatural covering that we're gonna need is if you have faith. And you ain't gonna have, you prove your faith by the works that you do, how you conduct yourself. And it's gonna be a small portion of people that get access to that supernatural covering in the days to come.
Yep, that's what I said. And those spirits happened before the world was created. You know what I'm saying? Before the world began, those spirits was already destined to do that.
Yes, sir.
You see?
The faith in itself, it's a gift. So you have to beg the Heavenly Father that let me be one of those men. I hope I'm one of those men. Right? Because it's not you going out there to seek me. Yahushua said, you didn't come to me. I chose you. I called you. And so we in this truth, not of our own righteousness, not of anything that we have done, because we're all filthy. Right? Yahushua called us, you know, and hopefully we are chosen. We're all called. Hopefully we're chosen. So we have to pray to the Heavenly Father that when that day comes, we're under a shadow. You know, there's a football field where I bring my son to do like football summer camp, and there's a huge tree, you know, and under the tree, there's the grass around the shadow of the tree. It's all green and lush, but the grass that's outside the shadow of the tree is burnt and it's brown. So you know, we have to pray to be under that shadow. You know, that when that destruction comes, we're covered. You understand? We don't gotta worry. The scripture says at destruction and famine, we're gonna laugh. Right. So we gotta pray that we're part of that elect, we're part of that number. You know, that our works here come for something. You know?
Prisoners of hope.
Prisoners of hope.
You see, with us being prisoners of hope, we understand that that blessing is meant for somebody.
Yeah.
And then you look at the world and you see how many people they're not even aware of it. If they are aware of it, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? But we like, nah, man, look, as messed up as this world is, the Lord said he gonna save somebody. I'm trying to be one of them somebodies.
Right.
I'm surrounded by brothers that want to be them somebodies.
Right.
So to hell with outside the tree.
And,
To hell with outside the shadow. You know what I'm saying?
and that shadow, just so you can kind of put in your mind how small it's gonna be, because how many people actually give credit to Yahushua the way that it's supposed to be given credit? Just amongst the people that you
A
know.
small sanctuary.
A small sanctuary. There's a lot of people, they may know the name Yahushua, but they look at him as, oh, he was just another prophet.
Or do they know that was him in the wilderness?
They don't know.
Right.
Man. They're not really intimate with Yahushua. They don't have a close relationship with him. So the people that's gonna have access to it, it's gonna seem like the Lord ain't saving nobody.
Yeah.
So 2 Ezra 9 and 15, 16, a wave to a drop.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like when you being here, being amongst the men that know what we know, you should feel privileged. It should make you want to go harder because you know that I actually got a legitimate chance.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
And he created, but you shall be saved.
Yeah, I got a precept. Right, this is 1 Peter 4 and verse 18. It says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Man.
By the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
Scarcely. The men that's on fire for Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah.
Scarcely?
Man, come on.
Yeah, and the Greek word G3433, I think it's molus. It says, with difficulty, hardly, not easily, i.e. scarcely, very rarely.
That's just like that movie Immortals. At the very end of the movie, the last of the movie, you had it was a fight between the two main characters, and then as the building was collapsing and all that, By
Right,
the
the
time,
last second.
yeah,
It was beamed
you know what I'm
up.
saying? He got beamed up and everybody else got. I'm talking about it was literally what we talked about when Abraham was about to sacrifice Isaac. It don't take much time to get from here to here, Jack.
Yep.
It don't.
It was right there.
And he was, and Isaac was delivered. You know what I'm saying? For the time being, it don't take much, bro, to go from here to here. That's quick.
Yeah, that's less than a second.
But the Lord is faster than that.
Hey, that's why the scripture said that when we get beamed up, we're gonna be praising the Heavenly Father because we're probably gonna be going up while the mist is coming down.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
Simultaneous, yeah.
Well, Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, when it paints the picture for you, it kind of like lets you know that the people are gonna be knowing their destruction is inevitable.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be seeing that these people that we call, snow bunnies or whatever, they're the people of God.
Yeah, they still snow dummies.
Yeah, snow dummies.
Without go out teaching.
Yeah, in the snow, in the cold. I was in Pittsburgh. I was up there in the cold.
I got Wisdom of Solomon 5. I can read it.
Fools for your hour shots.
Yeah.
Roger. Alright. Wisdom of Solomon 5 verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
We told somebody, the people that get saved, the Lord gonna come in spaceships and beam them up. As missiles are falling, they'll look at you crazy.
Nah,
They'll put your ass in that straight jacket right away.
That's gonna be the last thing they see.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the last thing they're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Is the men of the Lord get delivered, because they had so much to say about it. Yeah, but however the Lord gonna do it, however much time that's gonna look, I guarantee you, if you get beamed up, you ain't worried about nothing else but getting beamed up. Yeah, he don't give a damn about. I told you, fuck all that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Going up.
Yes, sir, yep.
That's it.
Then that be like unto you on a whole nother level at that point.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have just enough time to regret it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just enough time to
Yep.
regret
And
it.
say, oh, that damn, it was them.
Yeah.
It was them stinking ass dirty bums.
Yeah.
Oh man. Boom.
Yeah.
Right.
It's saying that chapter, therefore have we erred.
Yeah, I can read down to it.
Yeah.
Right when you know, just like if you take that chip, that sword you gonna get before you get fired up. Yeah. That's what it's gonna be.
You gonna get the missiles with a sword on your ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, in the prior chapter in Wisdom of Solomon 4, it tells you that their sins would pretty much be a witness to them in front of their faces.
Yep.
So when all that happens, they're meditating on the shit that they fucked up on, the shit that they taught. That's why when you segue into 5 and 1 and read down, that's why they're groaning in their spirit. Because their sins are their accusers to their face at that moment.
And they shall know that I am the Lord.
There you
And
go.
they shall know that there was a prophet among them.
There you go.
You see, that's gonna be their last stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the Lord wanted that way.
That's
right.
Right.
But the 5th chapter is the inner monologue of the wicked
Yeah.
as they're getting destroyed.
Yep.
So, and verse 3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach.
Yep.
We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. How is he numbered among the children of God and his lot among the saints?
That's
It
what I'm
can't
saying.
be.
And the time that you thinking that,
Boom.
the Lord can stretch that time out.
Yeah.
You can be watching. Y'all remember when I told y'all about that dream I had where I saw missiles actually hitting people? I'm talking about the tip of a missile hitting a nigga in the face type shit.
Yeah.
Bro, when I woke up from that dream, I was sweating like I was on trial. Scared as hell.
The Lord can stretch out those few seconds into an eternity. And
Yeah.
just have you suffering right there.
So
Just going over your regrets.
So why the men of the Lord, why the elect is getting beamed up, you feeling that.
Yep.
Yeah.
For however long it is for you to get the point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be the first time the wicked take accountantability.
Here
Because
we
these
go.
people don't take responsibility for shit. This gonna be the first time they actually take, like, damn, I was tripping.
Yeah.
And you know why that's gonna happen? Because in Isaiah 6, when the Lord said to Isaiah, go on and tell his people, hearing people understand that. Isaiah was like, until when? Until the end, until everything be destroyed. That's when. So that's when the veil is going to be lifted up. When the destruction is coming, the Lord is just going to lift it up, open their eyes, fuck, I missed it.
That's it.
Yep.
I missed
Missed the
it.
bus.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
missed the bus.
It's funny because the veil is lifted off the elect, but it's not lifted off of them.
Right.
You know, like you said, at that time, boom. You know, and then, because the world don't know,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's why verse 6 says, therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us.
Yep. I messed up, and the Lord, what the Lord had his prophets telling us was the truth.
That's it.
Everybody gonna know the truth.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back to the spirit world you go.
Yeah.
Cooked.
That verse right there shows that there's a spirit of blindness that's on them.
Yeah.
You know, it's a spirit that's on them to make them be blind.
They say, oh, 2 plus 2 is 4.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's another reason not to pull teeth for the motherfucker.
Yeah.
It just show you that they're divinely blinded.
Mhm.
There's nothing you can do. You can be as articulate as you want to be.
Yeah.
If it ain't meant for a motherfucker to get it, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You can't get it, we're moving on.
Get more bees with honey, all you want.
Yep, got a quick one.
Bring it out.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:28. The point is in the beginning of the verse. It says, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man out of 1,000 have I found. But a woman out of all have I not found. But the point is, one man out of 1,000. You know, so that's a small remnant right there. The masses are meant to be destroyed. There's only a few that's meant to be saved. The scripture says 1 out of 1,000. It's a lot. 1,000 is a lot of people.
It's way less than 1%.
Come on, man. Way less. That's 0.0001%.
And when it comes to the woman, you didn't find that one either.
Yeah, hell
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why no man. Somebody get that. No man wore get it tangled with the affairs of his life too. Yeah, we were talking about that last night. We were like, the world finna end. I don't give a fuck about no damn kindergarten graduation.
Yeah.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, if you get caught up in your woman, at this point, you tripping.
Who said kindergarten graduation? This little nigga done graduated from coloring and taking naps, and I'm supposed to turn my back on the Lord?
Read the ducks.
You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that, man.
I can't make it to camp. I got kindergarten graduation.
Oh, man.
That sounds
You know
crazy.
what? Just don't come back.
Yeah, that's your last camp. Yeah, well, that's the last camp you left. Yeah, you didn't. Your last camp was the week before that.
Come back with a smooth face.
Remember the one Shamar, he wouldn't come to camp because he had to go to a baseball game.
Yes.
I remember that.
A little league game.
Yeah.
Oh, I had the pleasure of having that
I
conversation.
remember that.
Yeah, it's the Little League World Series.
We were like, what the
I
fuck?
said, well, Little League World Series, your ass out my damn face.
Yeah.
You done. Yeah, you let me know what it is. That's why I say shit. Good. Hey, more chicken for us.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, more chicken for us.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm talking about he said that shit like I was gonna be like, oh, okay. Well, can I come too? Niggas, get out of here.
He had a tube.
Get out of
He had
here.
an attitude about
Yeah.
the Little League World Series. If you don't get your ass.
Oh man, yeah, that was wild. I was like, oh, okay, well, you just let me know what it is. Yeah, that's concerned. Somebody's for the reason. Yeah, no man wore it. Yeah.
Kind of good.
Okay. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
See, you read that in another version.
NLT, yeah.
Okay, but that's the point. That's the mindset. It link up with Revelation 10, 3. It link up with 2 Ezra 16. Everything that we brought out today, it all ties together. You see? So that's the blessing of having the understanding. Without that get understanding, all those precepts that came out today is all talking about the same thing. And that's the time that we living in.
Yep.
We covered history, prophecy. We just covered the past, the present, and the future in about an hour.
And the Yahweh Shai said that these things must come to pass, so there's no way around it. We got to go through it to get to it.
Got to. Yeah, it specifically from what's it, the 2nd Ezra 7. You know what I'm saying? It goes into how you're going to have to go through it to get to it. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to get it, but same thing. You get straight gate is in the Apocrypha and in the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? For those that can receive it.
Yeah, kind of like you mentioned, 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter. You know, the kingdom is a far off. You know, and to get to it, you got to go through that narrow path. you know, the fire on the one side and the deep water on the other side, and only one man can go through it. You know what I'm saying? And like the brothers mentioned earlier in the beginning of this lesson, man, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to go through that path in order to reach the kingdom, man. There's no other way. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? You know, brothers, you know, certain brothers might, you know, be thinking of the stuff that we're going to go through. And it's okay to be afraid. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, being in this truth, man, you gotta show courage. You know what I'm saying? Because the definition of courage, I believe, is taking action even though you're afraid. Can't the water. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the elect are gonna be, man. They're gonna show courage even though they, they don't the unknown.
Yep. The Lord gonna be with us. You know, we were born to fulfill these prophecies of deliverance, of turning back to the Lord. But it just comes with a heavy sacrifice, you know. But we gotta accept it, because you know, first off, we just thank the Lord that we were even considered. Start your day off with that. A lot of people consider me to be, you know, worthy of being born and fulfilled, you know, after 3 days and a half. When you read that, you're reading about yourself. The very next step after great fear falls is us being done. So we in between, we in that middle part of after the awakening. Now we gonna have to suffer persecution. We gonna have to deal with demons. We have to, you know. But it literally, the next scripture said, and they went up into a cloud. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that wholeheartedly.
Just like
What's the other answer? There's no other answer.
the 3 holy children walked into the fire, praising the Lord, and he came. I don't need to say nothing else after that. Either you believe it or you don't.
I got something. This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, and verse 17 and 18 in the NLT. It says, "And since we are his children, we are his heirs. In fact, together with the Mashiach, we are heirs of the Most High's glory. But if we are to share his glory, we must also share his suffering. Yet, what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal to us later."
You see that? So, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, by conquering the beast, his image, and his mark, you cranking up forever in righteousness.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You literally trade now mortal for immortal. Not nothing to compare.
It's just because we're presently in the mortal. There's those in the carnal flesh, those emotions and things they can be overwhelming.
Right.
You know, but the spirit of the Lord is going to have on the elect will ultimately allow them to prevail in that day.
Yep. Matter of fact, somebody get the word overcome. To overcome the beast. I want to say it might be in Revelation 20. Revelation 20 and 4. Those.
They overcame him by the...
Yeah, there you go. Look up that word overcome.
I'll read the verse. Revelation 12 and 11, it says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death."
There you go.
And that word overcome, or overcame rather, in the Greek is Strong's G.
See, the overcame, that means you did it. Right?
It's already written.
It's not a thought no more. You did it. Go ahead.
Yep. Strong's G 3528. Nikaido. Nike. The word Nike. Says
Victory.
Yep. To conquer, to carry off the victory, come off victorious. It says upon Mashiach, victorious over all his foes, of the Mashiachim, that hold fast their faith even unto death against the power of their foes.
They go back into Revelation 3 and 10. Keep the word and I'm going to keep you. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, I'll read that again. It says, of the Mashiachim that hold fast their faith even unto death against the power of their foes.
To hold fast that which thou hast. That's a commandment.
Even unto death.
That's a commandment. Read on.
And temptations and persecutions.
And temptations and persecutions. That's what's coming. You see? So to overcome, that's what you facing. That's the fight.
That's the fight.
2/3 of Jake don't even know what the fight is.
That's the condition of the battle. Like I said, 2 Ezra 7.
You see that?
This is what you signed up for.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why we don't care about what none of these other people talking about. That's why what you say don't matter to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got his point. You ready to get it? Okay, come on.
You got it. Clearly.
Hey, so Lord willing, that was edifying, man. With that, we're gonna give all praises to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Aki teachers about the mind, why, mouth. That's the sincerity and truth. Shalom.
Shalom. You good.
Pass me the ball at the end. Clearly, you scoring.
Yeah, but I was Why you putting words? Nah, it's going.
I might have to give me some.
There's another bowl that's on the counter. You gotta heat it up.
Okay.
When it get down.
Spicy. Okay. Like super spicy, not spicy.
It's I say like medium spicy.
I might. Let me think about it.
Get a spoon and just try it. Yeah, make sure that you know.
Because I like spicy, but not too much. Like, because it overbearing to the taste.
You have to. Yeah, you have to. Yeah. If you get a spoon and try it, you know, then you let me know if it's too much. Okay. Put out the brother.
Oh no, you can. It's all good.
Just like your favorite trying to compare it. Like, hey, they down there to get beat on. I was going
I'll be out of your way.
They said it was $100 for the next one. It's a big deal. Black people, because it's for
Try to get like the
black
hardest.
people that like eating.
I didn't have that. Trying to get the hardest because of that.
Everybody goes. But otherwise, I had pretty good time.
You had like native costumes or no?
I just had like a little show.
All the Jakes were dressed up as Viltrumites.
I seen that, bro. Yeah, I seen that, bro. That kind of goofy to me.
Yeah, I think so.
As Vitrolite.
Viltrumite. Invincible.
Invincible. I never seen this.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's why you get it.
Viltrumite. Yeah, I seen that.
Jake or eat them. I thought it was Jake.
Yeah, it was all Jake.
It was Wicked Jake.
That's what
Hey, Wicked Jake.
them niggas act like eat them.
Yeah, especially what's the nigga with the arm?
Yeah, they suck up. They
Conquest.
They go from place to place, sucking everything up and destroying it. That's why I was like, he's some crap.
Now, what you call it? Our dad, he actually made that blueprint with the blue people. He made it. It was straight.
Yeah, Nolan.
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 Nolan,
Some
man.
planets and it looked. It was straight.
Nolan. There you go. Because everywhere he went, you shit got destroyed. Is what I was saying.
Yeah.
That was
Too spicy?
Yeah, Death came with
A
that.
little bit, but it ain't crazy.
Okay.
It's like a little bit, nothing crazy though.
Yeah, I just kind of slapped it together, you know.
It's good to me.
It's like he chipped
Yeah, man, it's different.
You said what?
Cause they got it.
Yeah.
You know, kind of.
They be having the bad ones, so I ain't gonna lie. The red 40 fucking enthusiasts. Hell yeah. Man, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that nigga. You seen the whole series?
I be coconut.
Thrash.
Taste that.
Yeah.
When it comes
I'll say this. You ain't ready to come. Because Mark will come to me. Actually,
I brought
Mark had to Everybody quit. I'm saying it because I know that I ain't.
Oh, okay.
Right now, though, they wicked.
Man, I'm talking about tripping. Tripping.
I'm not mad at they did that. I like when
The RZA movie?
Oh, he just made a new movie? Two scoops of chocolate.
No, a scoop of chocolate. Teaspoon of chocolate.
A teaspoon of chocolate. What is on? What streaming service?
It's out. But I don't have I got it's on Amazon, but you got to pay. You got to pay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, it's good.
What is like?
either one of you in great.
I seen the trailer for that. Okay. He a decent little actor though.
Oh, he's like a new guy.
Yeah.
I tell you Zod about it. If I go pee, I'm going to
Antonio.
ain't no that shit too loud. That shit too loud. That shit too loud. It's a difference from regular shit. That's like, yeah. I'm not trying to smell that If I did, I would say because they still always they need stuff be on point. I don't care about what I can't. Hey, it's gonna look the same when I'm done. After that,
You got yours offline too, man?
He be different. Yeah,
I don't know what. You got yours offline too, huh?
Oh yes.
I got the same one, like with the little bit of light blue on it.
Oh, okay.
Same exact one.
Yeah, off of Amazon.
Yeah, man. Shit, I ain't think nobody's gonna have my shit on.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, these were $20. How much were yours?
These are 37. It
Yeah.
just came in today, so
Oh yeah?
pants and everything.
You don't have no stuff.
I'm ready for the hell. What the hell is that?
Oh man, that was hilarious. Yeah, let's say the bottle fell out the back seat.
That's fucked up.
Where the holes at?
If that shit was true, that's some fucked up shit.
Jerry Hunter. Yeah, you got all these men waiting on you to. They thinking you finna just. Yeah, they thinking you in the spirit. This nigga just dropping shit. Where the holes at? Oh man, that was hilarious.
Don't worry about none of that.
He's like, yeah, y'all need to turn that off.
It's been a while since
Look at the ingredients.
I got a fucking cold in my
Just make time for everything else. We used to meet up for these ones,
These are fire.
That's that hurt. That's that hurt. It still made me think. I remember one time when I
That's how you gotta have it.
That's it.
Straight up.
No chase,
Right
right?
there, that's it.
dude go down and grab shit.
Oh, they good.
Some of them chase, they put cornstarch and all kinds.
He's trying to tell the guy. He's trying to tell the guy. They don't
And
know
they
that
got
we're doing boom, leg deep. I was like, I ain't gonna I see because I had steps in there too.
Tastes like kettle. You about to split?
Nah, he stepped in that hoe. Leg deep. Had his shit.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Got him at
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he was leg deep. Bro, he was leg deep, bro. I was like, shit. I seen that shit. You gotta check it out.
Got it.
oh shit, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah.
Thought it was women. Not literate.
I can't read good.
He's not.
He was our first.
Yeah, it was good.
Your shit green and turn gray. Cause you so sweaty. He saw me lying, bro. You be telling you look at the weather that shit was really? That shit ain't up here, bro. Ain't no fucking way this shit ain't. It ain't. You sweat your ass up here.
It's really good to be a man that you spend years watching and you feel
Good. Good. Water.
Good man?
Yes, sir.
Made you drink, huh?
you fit in because you don't know these men. You don't know these men, but it's all good. Like we had a spot around the corner.
I have the drink that I want.
What you want?
I want that Buffalo Trace.
I have no brand like I've never met.
What is that, tequila?
No, it's a bourbon.
No, the bourbon now? Since when?
Probably like 2.5 years.
Yeah. That's not some high class type shit, bro.
Yeah, it's like sipping bourbon.
In your old age? Smoking jacket?
Yep.
Some fucking, silver speedos?
There's no other way to put it on.
Talking about higher than Lucifer's loincloth out this bitch.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Where the hell is that?
Bourbon. Yeah, about 2.5 years now.
Yo, man, that shit is hot, bro. I went crazy on the spices on this, man.
Oh, the lentil.
Woo. It was chickpeas and black beans.
It look good.
You want some? I got some more.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You gotta heat it up.
See what have you on the spice?
I cooked a big pot. Fuck, man. I've been fucking my pants up all day. I just got this. Second thing I got in the bitch.
Got to be more curry.
Fuck. First one was the watermelon. Then you can't see that too much. And I knew, I said, man, as soon as I get that shit. What time you had to get to there's some Modelo's.
Some what?
Modelo's.
Modelo. Come on.
Saturday's smooth. Put it in. Stop.
What is it?
Plantain chips. Cooked in avocado oil. I think it's what, like 3
Before all the bad stuff. What's that? Good stuff.
Yeah, they good.
Got them at Whole Foods. So good they got the smacking.
I would. I just want to cuddling is so way overrated. It's childish. But I'm trying to do it.
And you look at the ingredients.
It's just uncomfortable.
After a little bit, it's played out.
If I wanted to, she's comfortable, but your arm
Arm going to sleep. Hot.
If she making you do it, that ain't good.
Oh, they gonna make it.
I'll turn it over. Did you know they got a pillow for cuddling? It's like a little hole in the bottom of the pillow. You put your arm in it so it don't keep.
I need this.
Some nigga got mad and was like, fuck this, I'm gonna take a pillow.
It was like total life.
He rich now.
He went to his
Remind me of potato chips.
And then he made a meeting with my pastor. He went to my father's house. challenge him. Me, him, I did.
There was a lot of wind
I remember, like after a while,
on the video last night. There was one point you could barely hear what y'all was saying.
You serious? He said there was a lot of wind on the video last night.
Yeah.
On his page?
Yeah.
He just
Usually
those mics go better.
Yeah, usually you could, you don't hear the wind, you can hear y'all clear. Them shits like them shits. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. The mics, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. I used to teach at like a high school.
We just gotta watch the position that we in.
You walk through town, people literally park like it's on base. You know, you go to the park.
So you something you mess with?
And other people get up.
Oh, this is good.
Okay, cool. What? I mean, I got a little heavy on the cayenne pepper. I didn't even thought.
Yeah, I would say that it's a lot of cayenne pepper.
I didn't think I put that much in it.
As I'm getting to the bottom of it, it's like a shock.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I made a big ass pot.
You seen the movie Deliver Us from Evil?
Yep.
It's hot like that.
Oh, I don't remember if I did that. What's going on, bro? Good? Damn, bro, you too young to be forgetting, man.
No, this young game ain't like they used to. I know. I don't know how we still love by the grace of the Lord.
Yeah, con, man.
Good.
Shit.
We ain't never had no real food in my generation.
Oh man. Yeah, well, you do got the real food now.
Right, true.
You know. I mean, we by the grace of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, we making it through. Because we supposed to be gone. And that's what Esau don't understand. The Lord got like a heavy spirit on Jake just to be able to go through all that shit, eat all that shit, and still be alive. And still having children. They try to, get rid of, make everybody sterile. And Jake still be popping them out. That's that special kind of super sperm.
That's right.
Hey, the sperm even got melanin on it.
They put it in, even to this day, man, you go to these different neighborhoods, man, the foods that they have in those parts of town, it's made to keep Jake.
Oh yeah.
The produce, how it has like those digits on the bottom of the stickers. Those food, like when I pick up loads from certain grocery stores,
oh, you're doing the right thing.
It don't have like my manifest on my little lane, like what the produce is and what area it goes to. It always has the same last two digits for the Section 8 neighborhoods. If I take it somewhere like Prosper, Texas, they got different codes in their produce.
Better shit.
Yeah, it's like what are those codes for?
Yeah, but that's like, letting you know, okay, these go to the niggas in the sticks, and this goes to the good, wholesome white folks.
And they section off the produce based off of the source of where they get it. Some farmers make their produce go to certain neighborhoods.
Yep.
The lab farm, their produce go to
Jake.
Yeah, to Jake or the shop and say, or no. Fiesta, pretty much. That's
I remember the first time I saw that bioengineered shit. This was about 4 years ago, probably, up in Connecticut. I went to the store to buy some stuff. Brothers were coming up, so I was gonna cook them some tacos. And I bought like boxes of that El Paso, I think, the hard shells. As I was walking to the truck, I looked at the ingredient, bioengineered. What the fuck? I said, yeah, bioengineered. And I said, I guess it's for this one time, but I was like, nah, I took it back. I couldn't feed brothers that shit. You try to like dismiss it, fuck it, eat our bread to fire. I said, nah, fuck this. I turned back and I brought the shit back to them.
There's an app before I was born.
It's got its own link. Where you can buy produce directly from the farmers. We're gonna get some put it in the WhatsApp channel.
They be acting like they be acting like
It's worth looking at.
Yeah. You know, I mean, we in hell, but you try to get the best of the worst. At the end of the day, because of the Lord's mercy, we're not consumed.
But now it's a lot more. It's like you learn that it's not worth it. So you probably came in with a lot of fun, where it's just about edifying.
Local Ross, you know, you already know that. Yeah, I was picking up a load the other day. Somebody told me about it. I had to check this app out.
Yeah, I ain't used it yet, but I got it. I've been had it down.
I guess there's a big network of people that sell produce out here in Dallas. Dallas.
I'm gonna get this girl pregnant.
Man, that chicks be hot.
You got that's the go-to. Last night you anytime it's just a go-to.
Sometimes you put more
I remember he had something. He said one time he was teaching a guy. He said also like how to do some shit. He said it was he went in the kitchen. He said it was the owner of the company. It's his son. He said he was showing like cooking shit. He said he had like fuck the whole world, but he tried to do it. He was like, man, I thought I'd take it, bro. He's like, you gotta play this shit on the premise. And you gotta play it on them, bro. And I fucked that shit. I was like, nah, bro. I was like, that's crazy. But I get it though. I get it. I do get it because it's like, shit. I ain't gonna say. The critics get this shit like, no. They got this shit you go in your knees.
That's a big mountain.
Well, what you doing? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll be chilling.
Essential bomb.
Yeah, shout out to
But we know it's coming.
it's been well, when I first yeah, nah, I'm definitely, my body definitely getting used to.
You see that everything is converted.
I can tell it's starting to recognize like it's sweet. It's almost like when I used to work my shrinker. That's your hair right there?
No.
When I first put a shrinker on, that shit was that was pretty dope. It didn't hurt. Like it didn't feel like this shit, but it did feel like my body was used to it. When I got used to it, if I got a smaller shrinker, my body just like. So that's how being the prosthetic. It's like sounds. I put that hoe on. I gotta put like stuff in there a little bit, and I feel like, let me let it straight down, and now push it in there some more. Damn, I'm getting fast. Damn, crazy. Not just playing. Yeah, I'm trying to get to
little things like that you learn along the way.
Because I know the things
You come in know like no, we can say that.
because I know when I talk to my physical therapist. Because at first I didn't get what he was saying. When he told me, he said like, because I told him I said about it, he was saying that he said my prosthetic leg not gonna be the problem working on this leg on your problem. But I didn't get it. But as I started walking, I realized, oh yeah, that shit. That shit is no problem.
It's only a problem because like. Sorry, what? We ain't got no. It's the last one, bro. Going, bro. Nah, playing, bro. Hey, you say going, bro? I got you. Yeah, what's your good? Nah, I'm playing scripture. Really, it's yeah, they was telling me because that's broken. I remember the first time they came over, I said like raise my foot up. I can raise my foot up now, but the thing is that yeah, I guess so. I ain't got no telling like I have foot drops. Yeah, I don't got foot drops, but I do have is like like in here, all around here. Yeah, all around here, I have scar tissue. I have scar tissue. And pretty much with scar tissue is essentially if you cut yourself, cut your body uses like whatever. Like,
That's what it still.
Yeah, like pretty much that's scar tissue. Like I say, like it's not my